In the year 2026, the Houston Texans could win a Super Bowl. Yes, I'm being serious. The Houston Texans just finished beating up on the Chargers by a score of 20-16. The Chargers losing this game means the Broncos officially have won the AFC West, so I'm sure the Broncos fans are happy about that. But this is a very interesting game. Texans start off this game hot with a 75-yard TD pass from CJ Stroud to Jay Higgins. At this point, I'm like, oh God, okay, I've been waiting for this all season with the Texans. Listen, I know how great their defense is, but I've always said with them since like midway through the season, my biggest concern with them is their offense. If they can get more consistent on offense with the defense that they have, they're legit Super Bowl contender. To me, the Super Bowl is wide open. Any team can take it. But to me, they already have a Super Bowl caliber defense. I just wanted to see more consistency on the offensive side of the ball, particularly in the run game. And then on their next drive, CJ Stroud throws a 43-yard pass to Jay Noel. And I'm like, what are we doing? The Chargers, I believe, are in zone for both of these. And I'm like, Chargers, listen, that zone y'all are running is not working. We need to see something else because y'all are getting cooked. The Texans start off hot, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a long game for the Chargers. The second quarter comes, they have some bad mistakes, and this is what I really worry about when it comes to the Texans. Stuff like this where like you start off hot, your defense is playing well, and you have two costly turnovers, and they're bad interceptions too. It's not like somebody tipped it or like they're bad interceptions where CJ Stroud is just throwing the ball to the defense. But it didn't matter because of how great their defense is. They were effectively able to pretty much neutralize Justin Herbert in that offense for the majority of this game. So your offense didn't have to do as much, but you know, when you get into the playoffs, you're going to want your offense to do a bit more. They're going to need to put up more points, especially when you get to some of these higher caliber offenses. Listen, their defense can really contend with anybody. So to them, who is a high caliber offense? If they can consistently get at least 60 yards from Jordan and Marks, that helps their offense a lot. Because the thing is, when you don't have a run game, and you saw this was a huge problem with the Kansas City Chiefs, where essentially if you don't have a run game, your offense becomes one-dimensional. You essentially lose play action because nobody is going to ever think you're running because they're like, their run game is terrible. So their run game, if you can get at least 60 to 70 yards from them on a night, that is enough to diversify your offense and open up that passing game for CJ Stroud. For a team that started off the season 0-3, a lot of people counted them out. They were like, oh man, the Texans are about to have a tough season. DeMeco Ryans might be coach of the year for me. The turnaround that this team has had since losing those first 3 games has been all but sensational to me. The turnaround of this defense, they are one of, if not the best team in the league. For me, is between them and Denver, and it's kind of a toss-up. But this team is firing on all cylinders. Like I said, if they can get to the playoffs with CJ Stroud playing some great football and limiting those turnovers, because he has some bad turnovers, if they can keep running the ball consistently, you don't need to always have a 100-yard rusher. If you can just keep consistently running the ball well enough against these teams to where they view your run game as a threat, they can go out and win the Super Bowl. Now for the Chargers side of things, I am always very critical about Justin Herbert because I do feel like Chargers fans a lot of time excuse when he has poor performances. But this was not one of those days. Justin Herbert literally did everything he possibly could against one of, if not the best defense in the NFL, and he really did not get help from anybody else. Their offensive line is terrible. Their receivers, that interception, I know. That's why I don't love the interception stat. I feel like interceptions should also be able to be credited to the wide receiver because, bro, some of these, that interception where the dude they catch the ball, it hit him in the chest. He doesn't catch the ball, it bounces up. That's an interception. Justin Herbert really didn't get any help tonight. He was a one-man army dragging this team. The defense, outside of those 2 huge drives in the first quarter, they played relatively well. Yes, they gave that what was it? I don't know what penalty it was at the end of the fourth quarter. I think it was illegal contact. When they have a chance to actually get the ball back, your defense, you cannot give up an illegal. You can't do illegal contact with 2 minutes in, your offense has a chance to go and win this football game. You cannot have illegal contact when they're about to get off the field. But the Chargers are a team where I'm like, I don't really see the Chargers winning a game in the playoffs. And it's not because of Justin Herbert. It's not because I just effectively think they don't have a good enough team to make a deep postseason run. Their offensive line is very flawed. Their defense, to me, is very hit or miss. Their wide receivers are very hit or miss. I am not big on that wide receiver room for the Chargers. Like I said, it's not like Justin Herbert is always absolved of the issues, because there are some games where Justin Herbert is making dumb decisions where you're like, Justin, what are you doing? But then you have games like tonight where you're like, how could we possibly watch this game and say that Justin Herbert played bad? He really needs help on that. That team needs a lot of help. And you don't realize it until you actually watch the Chargers. Their offensive line is, geez, they might have the worst offensive. I don't know if they have the worst, because there are some bad offensive lines, but the Chargers have to have like top 3 worst offensive line in the league. Their offensive line is not very good, but yeah, man, I just have a hard time envisioning the Chargers making a deep postseason run. I just personally can't see it with the way their team is currently constructed. Yeah, man, this is a team I feel like should be, honestly, let's say this. To me, it is purely a miracle that this team even has 11 wins. I think that is a credit to how great maybe Jim Harbaugh is, or maybe Justin Herbert, but bro, I don't know how they have this amount of wins. I literally don't. In the offseason, I plan to talk more about the Chargers, about maybe the direction they should go in the draft, maybe some players they should be looking out for, because I think they have a good foundation. They just haven't really built on it extremely well, but we'll get more into them. But shout out to the Texans. They played a great football game. The Broncos now, I believe, have won the AFC West, so they get a division title. The Colts, I believe, are officially eliminated from playoff contention after starting the season 7-1. So they just had a huge collapse. So I'll make a video about them later this week. But if you enjoy NFL content, please be sure to hit the subscribe button, as I upload almost every day. And enjoy football, everybody.